Let's talk about sizing in breast augmentation. So I've been doing this for about 25 years. I've been told that I make some of the most natural looking breasts out there. And I also do them through the armpit. So there's no scar on your breast. But let's talk about how I make these breasts look so natural. So the first thing I do is, after interviewing the patient, you evaluate the patient, you measure the patient. And one of the most important measurements in order to get this natural is the base diameter. That means how wide your breast is, because that is going to determine what kind of implant I could place in there to make it look natural. And how do we do that? Implants do come with a diameter measurement. So in this particular case, she has a 12.5 centimeter base. That means that she can fit a 12.5 centimeter implant in there. And that will give her a very natural look. So imagine that before surgery and then pre-surgery, she doesn't have a lot of fullness up here. And we call that the upper pole of the breast. So what do? We take a nice implant, 12.5 centimeters will give us a 275 cc implant. That will give her a very natural look by putting the implant right there. Now, what happens if she says, well, I don't want to look so natural. I want to look a little fuller. Then we start looking at different options with the same base diameter, but a fuller volume. For instance, when we go to a moderate plus implant, and this is called the implant profile, they get taller. They don't get wider, they get taller, and that's called projection. So let's go from a moderate to a moderate plus. So we go from 275 cc's to 350 cc's. And if you remember from our last conversation, 350 cc's is about what's in a can of Coke. So keep that in mind. From moderate plus, we move up to high profile. High profile goes to 375 cc's with the same base diameter. But as you can see up here, you're starting to look not so natural. You're starting to now look surgical. You're starting to look augmented, which is fine. Some people like that. And I don't judge. I just explain to people what they're going to look like. And then we get to an ultra high profile with the same base diameter, and that is 590 cc's, almost 3 times what the original implant was with a moderate profile. So if you want to get your breast augmentation just right, come see me in Miami.